Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so today I wanted to do some shrinky dinking. I'm going to be cutting out some of my images, doing some last minute colorings, and then I'm going to toss it into this little oven that's roasting right next to me, and we're going to melt up some junk. So this first one right here is Cheeky, and I am pretty much just my little happy thought here, little happy thoughts, going out shopping, doing her thing, checking out your man. So, or woman, whichever one that you deem the most appropriate. And going to turn this into either probably turn this into a pin, but she's really cute. And I think I'll do some more, and this is just kind of going along with the Untameable aspect that my daughter had kind of thought up, and was inspired by. Was a afro comb, an afro pick. Let me just go ahead and cut it straight on down here. Alrighty, and I'll throw these away. Anything big I want to kind of save for other crafts. Even the scraps here I could probably use doing something else with them, coloring them and doing something else with them. I've been inspired by a lot of shrink craft videos, and I hope that I can recreate what I've seen, but in my own way, which is really cool. I love YouTube. I wish YouTube was around when I was a little kid, because I don't know where I'd be if I would have had this kind of inspiration and different little other teachings and stuff. Alright, so we got Cheeky here, and I think I want to do a guy version too. I need to cut this part out, or I could just leave it alone. It's going to be really wicked small, and that's going to be transparent, so it's like decisions. Going to color in this part right here. I've never used this before. This is one of those body what's it called? It's a body pen. Let's see. Here's the packaging. Body mark temporary tattoo marker, and I don't plan on using it on myself anytime soon. And I thought, hey, my little happy thought here could probably use it, and I just wanted to see how it looked, if it would even work, and maybe just have an additional aspect to some of my art. You never know. Just use what you got. Use what you got. You never know what's going to work. And so far it's working pretty good. It's nice and dark. Trim off a little bit of her jaw here. Give that a little bit more shadow. Just throw a little bit of here. And what's really cool about this shrink paper is that it's transparent, so I can easily redraw my artwork on here. Just have to have the patience and to transfer. Now I got a message on one of my videos where Gaston is getting spanked by our very naughty Belle, my little dangerous Disney damsels. And I always hated I don't like the damsel in distress type of thing. So I like doing a little play on that stuff. But let's see, the person's name was, because I gotta give you credit. David Miller commented, "Can I do a picture with Belle and Gaston kissing?" And my immediate response was, huh. And I started thinking about the character and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I really like to encourage you guys to reach out and offer suggestions. And half the fun is the challenge of making those suggestions come to life. Look, I got rice from yesterday. Yeah, I live at my desk here. It's funny. Okay, so that will be happening in the future. It might make even a cute pin. I never know. Okay, so the first one's cut out. I'm not going to break my neck trying to get to this. I can't find my X-Acto knife right off the bat. If I can, I'll cut it out. Let's see. Because usually I have it in a container next to me. And of course, it's not here. So anyway, not to waste any time because it's warm over here. And this is Florida. Okay, and then the other one I'm going to cut out is this one right here. This is Storm, and she glows in the dark. Now it's kind of awkward because I have my like cord right here, so I gotta keep from cutting the cord. And she is definitely rocking the afro comb at the bottom here. And I think I want to turn this into a hair clip. We'll see. It might be too big to wear it in the hair, so it might end up as a pin. We'll see. So after I cut these guys out, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a... I've got a little bit of these lightning bolts kind of doing their own thing out here, which is fine. You want to avoid having too many sharp edges because they end up breaking off, or really thin stuff. Like I wouldn't want to cut out each individual tine on the comb portion because they could snap off really super easy. The thinner it is, the worse it is. I had done like a little segment of hair coming off of Seifer. He had like just a little point coming out like off of his hair, and that snapped off quick. Alright, so I believe I've got everything I need close by. Famous last words. I've got my tin. I've got my papers. Now, Storm is a little bit bigger, but she will shrink down. So I'm going to adjust the camera so you guys can see along with me. This stuff melts and shrink and whee, turn around. Okay, so that should be a good view, and you can probably see like a little bit of me here. Hopefully this isn't too bad for my camera. Famous last words. Okay, I will raise the camera up a little bit, maybe bend it a bit. That's a pretty decent view, and I could open it up without killing myself. Okay, so I'm not sure how well Storm is going to go, so I'll have the other chick go first. And I don't want to take any chances with this. Let me just bring this back here. I don't want to take any chances with this curling up on itself and then just becoming annoying. So what I'm going to do is it's going to take away a little bit of the fun, but I'm going to stick her in here, and I'm going to put a, where'd it go? Here we go. I'm going to put a little knife here just to kind of hold it down. And I wish this was more transparent so that you could see it, but you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's do this. Let's see. We're going to see if this thing folds up on itself. And then you can see my horror. And usually it comes back But it's like the bigger the picture. Go ahead and bring this down some. That's a decent angle. Alright. Now, usually the bigger the picture, the worse the curl. I hate that. Let's see if we can get a good angle with it inside. Oh, there it goes. Look at it curl. I want to cry. Because usually at this stage, it doesn't fold back out because it's so damn big. And then sometimes it wants to stick to itself. But maybe we'll get lucky because it's on camera, and you know how the universe likes to make you look like an idiot. Okay, I think we're going to be doing okay. She's coming down. She's coming down. We're almost there. And I'm going to let it go all the way down, and then if it has any kind of curl to it, I'll go ahead and flatten it out with my tape. Give it a few more seconds, and then I'm going to take it out. Usually it takes about 4 minutes for it to shrink, but this bad boy went quick. Okay, let me go ahead and take it out. Now, one of my biggest fears was that I was going to set this on fire like my cooking. But no, it's not going to happen. Because I say so. Okay, let me flatten her out. Usually you want to wait like yeah, look at that. My glitter glue is coming off. Okay, let's see. So here she is. She's flat. And I just wanted to kind of flatten her out a bit. We got to be careful because of the glitter. All right. It's nothing that can't be put back on. But there's our girl. And she's a glittering. And the next step that I would take is to go ahead and put some resin on her. If I want to throw jewels on her, I'll do that too. If it's not flat enough for my tastes, it's still warm. And I do want her kind of flat, so I'm going to go ahead and she's still very, very warm. Put her in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Trying to slip her in there. And you've got a few seconds before it does its thing. Okay. And I think we're okay. There she is. She could stand to have a little bit more white in her eyes and stuff like that. Okay. So let me go ahead and set her to the side. Alright, Storm, 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 where are you? There you are. Ah. Okay, so here's the fun part. She's going to probably do the same thing, where she's going to curl up at an angle like the other one did, and part of me is worried because it's so big that it might curl up on itself, but let's give it a chance. If it does, then I'll know that every time it's big like this, that I have got to be sure to make it you know, cover it up and put the metal on it to keep it from moving. Okay, I'm going to put her on the very bottom. Hopefully we can see it a little bit better. The pan's not too hot. Let's see. There we go. Oh, she's a little big for what I need to do. That's okay. I think she'll fit. Just gotta be able to close the door. Alright, here we go. There she goes. Immediately starts to curl. So she'll shrink to like a fraction of that size. And we'll see if she starts to curl up on herself. To my horror, horror, horror. Yeah, I've got it set to about 325 or so. Look at her curl. See, that's a nightmare. Where it curls under like that, that I'm concerned about. We'll see if it comes out flat. And if it doesn't, then we'll have to take her out, kind of spread it out a bit, and flatten it by hand. But the top part, the important part, really. Ooh, and the lightning is like really standing out. Okay, she's about down to size. The bottom part is not doing what I want it to do, so I'm going to pop it out. And I'm going to straighten out this bottom part here. Come on, you. Let me just show you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to melt my cord. We'll close that up. And you remember how big she was. I'll put her next to the original drawing so you can see the difference in size. There we go. Yep. Ah, now it's stuck to itself. And come on, you. See, it's stuck to itself. That's my biggest fear. And it's a nightmare trying to pull this stuff apart. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to stick her back in there. If I can't pry this part apart, I might have to just do it all over again. There we go. That's what I need to do, is pry it apart. Okay, that should be good enough. And I'll probably have to repaint it. But yeah, that's why I would put the I would put the covering over it, and then have the weights on it, and it will come out flat that way. It's the curling part that's a pain in the ass. It's not always kind and gentle. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick it back in there because it's getting pretty hard. And every time you take it out, it's hard, and then you got to wait a little bit longer for it to do what it needs to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick her back in there. Okay. Yeah, my biggest fear was that it would like burn like cookies, and it's not, but I've never left it in, you know, where it's longer than 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, I've taken it out and put it back in, taken it out and put it back in, but I've never just left it in there like, oops, I forgot. Like how I usually cook. That's why all my kids are skinny. Okay, come on. Straighten out. Okay. Sometimes they need a little help. So let's see if we can give it a little straightening out while it's still warm and in a warm environment. Don't want to get burned. Not quite yet. Doesn't want to straighten. Looks like we'll turn it to the side here. And bring it out a little bit. Flat! There you go. Aha! Never let it see it sweat. There we go. I think another thing that's kind of a downside is that this is all got ridges and stuff. It shouldn't be an issue, but you never know. Okay, so we'll try it again. And then we'll flatten it again. Once I see a little bit of movement. Looks like it's coming down. Just want to give it a chance to try to flatten out on its own. and that might not happen. Okay, so I'm going to push it down and then close it up again. There we go. And another thing I was scared of was that I thought the glitter glue and stuff like that would like catch fire, but no, it doesn't. Okay, good enough for government work. So let's go ahead and take her out and let her cool. She's pretty flat. And I think that's all I have for today to melt. Everything else still needs to be colored. So I'll go ahead and shut her off and readjust my camera. Alright, just bear with me. I just gotta shift around. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, now we're back in our natural habitat. And there's our tiny picture. Yeah, my little tines are a little crooked, but the more I do, the better it'll get, I think. I'll have it kind of down to a science. Now, the details, this is why I didn't want to be so tiny. You know, like the face, I was already feeling the pinch that it was way too tiny. Yeah, so even though I had drawn large, I need to keep it really super simple. You can still see the X's, which is cool. But the eyes were, they're really tiny, and, you know, they just kind of get lost. So what I'll end up having to do is, once it cools, I don't want to bend it any further. Let me set it down flat and let it cool flat. Remove this pan. It'd be nice if this pan didn't have these ridges on it. That's alright. Let's see. Heel oven mitts. Yeah, it's kind of got a little bend in it because I was holding it while it was cooling. But yeah, if you don't want to distort your little pin, you want to kind of keep it flat and then kind of roll it out with this. Right now it's a little too late because it's already hardened. Yep, it's still cooling. But yeah, here we are. She's like at a fraction of whatever the size she was before. Let's see, where is the original picture? And we'll just put them side by side to see the difference. Yeah, so what I learned is like the simpler the artwork, the better the image will come out. Okay, so here's the original image. And this paper here is, let me see what size it is before I stick it under here, 9 by 12 inches. And the sheet itself was 8.5 by 11. So here is, I gotta stick it back in there so it'll flatten. But yeah, you only get about this big. So I saw one YouTuber make a ruler, like one ruler of what the shrink film would be, and then the other one, the ruler shrank to or shrunken to the size, the ultimate size. So yeah, she'll still glow in the dark, but she's tiny. So once it cools down, I can get my fine pen and see if I can work any kind of magic down there. But that's really wicked small. So I guess in the future I would probably just do this portion and down here. These parts came out okay, and it'll look a lot better with some resin on it. But I think I'll try a different one. But I like how the shadows came out. So having like 3 different shades of blue, let me bring it up closer to the camera and you can see what I'm talking about. A little bit of the glitter in her hair, and it gave her hair texture. It also gave the tines texture as well. You know, they're all like closer together, but they kind of look like they bubble up. So instead of using maybe the glitter glue, maybe I'll use like a glitter pen, or just a silver pen, and just go straight on down and see what kind of results I get from that. So that's those. And then here's our happy thought. Right here, I put a lot of color onto her, and it's pretty thick on here. And there's that that body pin with the that's really bold. I kind of like how brown that is. And we've got the glitter. It didn't raise up or bubble up, but it did kind of, you know, when I had something going across it, did take off a little bit of the glitter, like right here. But other than that, she would probably look really good with some resin on her. So let me go ahead and throw some resin on her. And it can't hurt to throw some colorings and stuff like that. Let's see how some of these look. Let me move this one to the side. What did I do with all my colors? I took them with me. Let's see. Oh. I also wanted to try another experiment. Instead of coloring directly onto the picture, I wanted to try putting a base on. So a base of white, and then seeing if I can color over that. There we go. This will do. Let's see if we use a little white Crayola. Now, I've seen some videos where they say that, to protect your colors, you should use, what is that called? Mod Podge on it first. But I haven't had any problems with my colors coming off, or rubbing off, or being distorted by the resin. Let's see. Let me see. I just plug my resin light in. And this usually takes about 20 minutes or so, depending on how thick I put the resin on. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to put something on here? You know I do. Hold up. I've got some glitter. Some of those larger glitters. Let's see. How's that now? Alright, so what I did is I went and grabbed some glitter. They're like bigger glitters, and some toothpicks. And I think I want to put, I like these orange ones. And that should go with like the little heart right here, a little thong. Don't want too many. Oh, that's too many. We set these down. There we go. Maybe a couple more. And then, okay, we'll get strategic with it. Okay. Now, what really sucks about resin is, I believe it's toxic. So I'm going to do everything I can onto my little plate here. And I'll do my best not to touch it. It does stink a bit. Once the resin is being activated by the UV light. This is a UV resin, and here's my UV light. It's one of those nail lights, and it didn't come with a stand or anything, which is really freaky, but it's got like a little, let me pull it out, it's got a little hook here for something. So it's just this little touch lamp, and it's a USB cord, so I can plug this into a USB outlet and it'll work for me. And really close to my computer, so I'm going to plug it into my computer. And I figured that I would give it some sort of stand, since usually the stuff that I do comes out really wicked small. So I made this little UV lamp thing out of a bowl of ramen noodles, because you know Kim likes her ramen noodles, and put some foil around it. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I'm hoping that the light kind of reflects all around it instead of just from this one little area. So I'll put that back in here, and I just put a little hole on it that fits this. And it's a UV lamp, so it doesn't heat up, so it hasn't damaged the plastic around it, and it'll sit like this on a dome. So before I do anything with the UV lamp, we put the UV on. And well, actually, before I do too much, I'm going to throw some of these hearts on here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little spot on the areas that I kind of monkeyed up. Kind of like a little area for her. Let me put that there. I'm going to dip this in here and just kind of grab the heart and just kind of let them go where they're going to go. There we go. I have a second little one here. And we'll throw another one up here. Just kind of have it go with the bag a bit. There we go. And because we did it in one area, we could put it in another. So let's see, we'll put it right here. And we'll stick a little bit right here. See if we can get that to sit right there on the thong. And then we'll put a few here. Oh, these are super tiny. Cool. Just different little sizes. Matching girl. Yeah, I didn't know what colors I was going to use on here, so I just wanted to get it done. Oh, let's see. We can get it. Yeah, this UV resin is pretty thick, and it does like to travel. So I got that going with those. I'm going to hit it really quick with some light. Oops. Hit the button. There we go. And hit that really quick so that the other ones don't move on me. Okay, good enough for government work. Okay, and then I'm going to put the rest of the resin on our girl here. Because right now she has this like paper-like look to her. And I'll just let it kind of do its thing. Like on the past couple of pins, I've put too much resin on there. kind of, and I just want to kind of dome it. There we go. I'm going to put just enough on there, and then I'll just kind of tease it around. There we go. And even this might be way too much. So let's see if we can get it all to the edges. Just very gently, very slowly. Yeah, this stuff is very, very thick. I'm trying to avoid making bubbles. I don't want to be around her face. And it seems to pick up the light very, very well. And it takes away that paper look. Because let's see, I'm trying to see this side over here, if we're all the way to the edge. There we go. And this is like a good time to put like jewels or anything like that on there, any other sparklies. All right, let's get to the edge of this bag. Alrighty. Make sure I get to the edge here. Yeah, these little Shrinky Dink things are so addicting. Oh my gosh. It's like everything must have a Shrinky Dink. Everything must Shrinky Dink. I gotta wear my artwork. Because it's like nobody else has this. You know, nobody else has this image. I think that's part of it. It's unique. It's different. Alright. Okay, so we got that going on. Let me see, I'm going to put these like right here. My light is going, so I'm going to take this. Looks like we had some glow-in-the-dark flecks here. And then put that over that. Let it do its thing. And just move it out the way. Let's set it on my... Oops, I want it to be on a flat surface so it doesn't shift or anything. And then we'll check on it in about 20 minutes, I think, before we finish for the day. Alright, so back to Storm, or actually we can try to finish up this one. Now I'm trying to decide how I want to do the Gemini symbol. I've coated that with a color with these pens right here, and then I went over it with Crayolas, Prismacolors, and whatnot. I also, what I did is I went around the edges. This is the side. Went around the edges with the Crayola, and then teased it outwards, and kind of used it like a watercolor. And it got me that really good coverage. And we'll see what it looks like when it shrinks down. Once we're at a good point, we'll go ahead and shrink this down. I still got to decide what to color these, and if I want to put Untameable here. I think I want to put Untameable here. Or I could do Gemini and then put Untameable here. Make like a little Untameable pin and then have that dangle. Trying to decide which is more important. This is supposed to be the Gemini symbol. They've got this long blouse that kind of hangs down and makes the pillar, and then here's the Gemini symbol. I think Gemini is the more important thing. So I think what I'll do is I'll find a font that I like, and I will add that down here in Gemini. So let's see. Something cute, something fun. And I think I want to do another one as well, but instead of them like this, I want to do them voguing. Let's see. Something cute. Fancy Pants looks cute. I like this one. Bernard FLF. And let's see, our word will be Gemini. Get my keyboard. Now I started with Gemini first because that's my daughter's sign, and I need a pencil. Here we go. Okay, and we'll generate. Oh, okay. All right. So instead of going straight onto this, where's my bag? Oh, it's right at my feet. Okay. In my bag, I've got some lined paper and some graph paper. Okay, I thought I did. Maybe it's here. This is going to be another one that I want to do as a pen. Maybe a hairpin. Let's see. Alrighty. I love when I outsmart myself. Let's see. See if I stick it. No, I didn't stick it in here. Alright. Well, hell. Okay, so we'll just use the lined paper. Makes sense. Okay. So let's map out where I want it. So about right here to here. So right here, whoops, to about right here. Okay, so we'll just bring that up. Let's see if that falls in the area. Yeah, okay. Make sure. Yeah, so this is a good line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out Gemini in this font that I found. And I'm just going to have some liberties with it. Like this isn't in it. And when I'm using yellow, I had looked up Gemini's color and it said yellow. So I'm like, okay. So I'll do like kind of shades of yellow or warm colors. Okay. We'll do a little yin and yang symbol. So yin and yang. Let's see. Go up and then down. Alrighty. me make this a little fatter here. Let's see, we'll pop that E up a little bit. We'll pop it up here. And then bring the M down a little bit so we have a little bit more space. All right. I think I can see everything okay. And of course my G is a little too big. Yeah. And these are popping into that. Let's see. Okay. So let's do this. We'll change the baseline of it. Yeah, so give it more of an arch. And we'll do this sort of thing. Instead of it being a capital G, we'll give it a lowercase g. Ever since I was a lowercase g, but now I'm a big G. Dollar dollar bill, y'all. Hopefully that looks like a G. Let's bring this out more. The G is still just a little big. So we'll improvise. Actually, instead of having that tail, get rid of that. We'll just have it come out like this. Just give it kind of like okay. Better than the poking an eye. I think I got it. Okay. And let's go ahead and color that. We'll do yellow again. Maybe a gold instead. Okay, let's see. Go, 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 go. Well, hell. Let's see. Let me check my bag here. Let's see, what do I have nearby? I don't have any gold. All those markers and paint pens and all that stuff that I had, I must have put into the living room. So, let's see. How about this color? Ooh, it's kind of ugly. I don't like that color. Well, I want to get off my butt and go find... Oh, they don't have that in yellow. Shoot. Oh, well, hell. It doesn't have to be yellow. Let's see. This one's just as bad as that other yellow. God, dandruff. I want like a gold, though. If I'm going to wear this, I want to wear it like gold. Let's see. That's what I thought I had everything together. Alright, so this is why I don't like cleaning up. Because I can't find squat when I clean up. Let's see, I found silver. Found my X-Acto knife! Yay! Okay, so there's my X-Acto knife. Please be gold, or are you silver? I think this is silver. Let's see, this is silver. Yeah, I can't find any of my markers. Gold! Now the trick is if the thing has anything in it. That's the question. Let's see. Shake it up. It's one of those days. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Don't be dry. Come on. I might have used this many moons ago. There seems to be a little bit of life in this. Let's see. All right. We want to be special. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't appear to be much in here, and it dried pretty fast. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do some... I have Mr. Hair right here. Let's see. Brown. Oh! The cat fell off. Okay, I'm going to do some little swirls. Maybe I'm not. Nothing wants to come out. It's like it's very little. Yeah, this bad boy is done. Maybe we'll use the scissors. So, use the silver instead. I have no idea what I did with all my freaking pens and markers. When I put shit away, I put shit away. Okay, alright. Let me see. Maybe if I turn this the other way, maybe I might be able to have some life in it. Let's see. Oh, there's something on there. Let's see. Oh, just break the product, Kim. Oh, good. Yes, life finds a way. We'll see how well the paint pens work on this. And if I have time, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do do that experiment on the storm, another storm picture. You know, where I'm coloring the whole thing white, kind of like priming it, and to see if my colors will layer on top of that. Now I'm sure colors will layer because I've got them to kind of do it on this. I had a little bit of baby oil helping out, you know. There was another picture I was working on, my little graffiti girl. I had already coated her with what is it called, with the Crayola, kind of like a watercolor. And I want to see if that will layer, because if it's still wet, it'll scratch off, and I don't want that to happen. Or what I could do is what I do for my other Crayolas, you know, coat it with baby oil, let it dry, and then let that slick surface work for me. It doesn't affect the Shrinky Dink at all. It still shrinks. Now I was going to have them like hold roses or something like that, but I'm not sure. Okay, so if I leave it alone, this will be clear. But where's the fun in that? Now a glitter pen would be... Ooh, here we go. Glitter! This one's champagne. So I'm assuming that it's... Yeah, it's got like a different color tone to it, like a rose gold. Let's see, what do I have to apply it with? By a paintbrush, Kimberly. Let's see. Let me see what one of these looks like with the gold here. I think it'll live. There we go. Now this is going to raise up and give us texture. I'm putting it on pretty thick. I don't know how well the letters will turn out if it has texture to it. So maybe I shouldn't put it on too thickly. Yeah, because everything is going to be about this big once it shrinks down. Probably about this big. So, kind of the same size as our Happy Thought. Happy Thought over there. All right, let's see. And I think I want to draw like maybe some swirls. Just really thin. Just something to kind of tie everybody together here. Maybe a little bit on their little top here. Okay, all right, good enough for government work. Let's see. I want to cover up that hair there. What do I have? Thank you, Gold. You've served me well. Let's see. Brown. Let's see. This is a graffiti fabric marker, and it's probably not brown. Let's see. Oh, it looks pretty. And we'll give them a little bit of texture in their hair. Kind of like a rust color on here. Let's see. I'll use another fabric marker here. Oops. And just give her a little bit of texture here. No such thing as brown glitter, right? We'll just go ahead and fluff up their hair here. All right. Now I don't know how these guys would act on top of this because they're so big, and this shrinks down. So I'm not going to try to put anything on there just yet. We'll wait till after we shrink it down. Okay, so let's see if we can do a few cuttings. See how it would act for us. Oops, oops. And we'll use the we'll use the back of the board here. doesn't have to be perfect because it will shrink down. And if I could get it cut just enough so I can get some scissors in there, all the better. Now I smell the resin curing. It's stinky, but it only lasts for a little bit. Once it cures, you don't smell it anymore. But it has a point where the resin smell is pretty strong. Okay, I'm going to heat this guy up again. Well, actually, before I do that, I want to work on another picture. Okay, and then let's see, we'll get the little spots here. And this one, I'm trying to decide if I want to make it into a necklace or a pin. If I make it into a necklace, I have to put a little hole up here. Some of my little glitter's coming off. Gotta be very careful because this stuff will snap. Like a crazy lady on a Lifetime movie. This bad boy will snap. And we'll get that little area here. It shouldn't matter, but I haven't cut anything out before. Not like this. Not these little pieces. There we go. And we'll pop that out. There's that snap. Okay. Good enough for government work, and we'll cut out the rest. I still haven't decided what color I want to make the pants here. La 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 la, scissors. Scissors. Because Kim never puts things back where they belong. Yep. Okay. Aha! Aha! Alright. So let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see on a hairpin or a pin that you can wear, like fan art, things that you've never seen before that you might want to see done. I know a lot of people are into the, what is it called? Some of the games that are out. I could probably do a game character, maybe do them chibi. That way I could sell it to you. Or I could just, I could do some fan art of a game character. I could do fan art of virtually anything. I like the Fallout guy, and the Monopoly guy. I want to do a luck cat. That would be cool. Maybe some tattoos as pins. That would be kind of cool too. I've got a tattoo book, coloring book, but I wasn't really fond of a lot of the images in it. I mean, how do you have a book and not like any of the images in it? It doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess that it does make sense if you just don't like the style. And then I noticed that a lot of the pictures kind of repeated. You know, like they did it, and then they made it smaller on somewhere else with maybe a different element in it, or repeated the same image. I'm like, that's lazy. Make new stuff. Like they took the same rows and used it over again in a different picture. I guess that's how you save time and have a billion pages. All right. Ooh, steampunk. Now that would be cool. Steampunk would be tight. I think I'll save some of these little thingies here and make something with them. I should have a little container for them. There we go. Yes, you have a little container for it. It's called a trash bag, Kimberly. Okay, so there's our Gemini. I still have not decided. I don't want to go gold because gold is already being used. But if I use this shimmer, oh, I could put the other glitter on here. Okay, all right. I got a plan. Kind of, sort of. Got an idea. Okay, so we got that. But I also want to try this coloring real quick. I put a base coat of the color down. Now I just got to find the girl. Shoot. I hate when I do that. I have something. I put it aside. Don't want it to get blown away. Aha! There it is. Just had to keep those keywords in mind. Alright, so this one right here was teased out with a paintbrush, some water, and I can't see it. I need something under it because it's transparent. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I have this image here, and I think, let's see, I haven't decided how I wanted to color it. Let me get a couple of graffiti designs here. Because above her or near her, I want part of the pin to have Untameable. Let's see, so. And I kind of want to color her in like a graffiti type of style. So, let's see, I see some with a heavy black outline. So let's go ahead and toss that on her. The body markers work. Oh my god, I love when I do that. Okay, I turned it on its side, so of course I couldn't find it, of course. Alright. We'll use some of these colors. These are really gorgeous. Should be on skin. Proper tool for the proper job, but whatever. Let's see. If she was a oh, she could be Year of the Snake. Yeah, I was trying to decide if she was a zodiac sign, like Chinese zodiac or something like that, what would she be? I could change it to dragon, but she looks more of like a snake with the eyes here. So we'll do her in shades of green and yellow, but I don't have any yellow in these kind of thingies. Let's see, and I'll outline it afterwards. Let's see, green and yellow. Let's see what the green looks like on here. And if I can tease that green into yellow. I love these tips. So we'll do the outline of this in green. And then I saw yellow just now. Where did I put you? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a fabric marker. Make sure I'm on the right. Okay, that's the glossy side. Okay. Oh wow, it looks like the green is already dry. It's not reactivating. Nice little squeak. Wow. This dried fast. Okay, so let's try this. Get it nice and saturated. And see if we can tease it out. What? I can't tease it out? Let's see, we'll get it wet. This is probably a water-based type of thing. But it has no odor. Let's see. Wow, it is dry. It is not coming off. See, now what I was hoping to do was kind of tease out the green. It's giving no Fs. You know, this might end up being my new favorite marker. In the meantime, okay, let's see. Let me try again. We'll have the green on wet and see if that will let me kind of blend it together. It does dry fast, so let me get this part wet. No, it's definitely not a blending. It's not a blendable guy. Now I'm wondering if it would blend with its own set. So let me try this blue here. Let me get this green in there. Let's try this blue. Let's toss some yellow on here. Because yellow and blue make green, but not today. Interesting. Never seen that before. Okay. Let's see. So I'll probably have to use a different type of green. Let's see. These are stained by Sharpies. And I know they blend. You get them nice and wet and they'll blend. And I shouldn't be wasting it because these guys are super rare. And expensive. Because they're rare. I don't know if Sharpie's even making these guys anymore. I fell in love with them. when I first discovered them. Now it could be the texture of this stuff that's keeping it from doing it. There we go. Don't make a liar out of me, you. Yeah, it could be the shrink film itself that keeps it from moving around. Okay. All right. Crayola's already broken. Oh, this is not Crayola. This is a water-soluble dressmaking pencil. How the hell did that get in here? Okay. All right. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Okay, let's use some Crayola stuff. We got this yellow. Yeah. Wait a minute. That's not what I. This is. What else do we have? Okay. Here's one of my erasers. We'll just throw this in the shadows here. Give it like a little scaly kind of texture. Wow. Okay, no worries though. Yeah, the Crayola is blending okay. And just for giggles, I'll still throw some more green around the outside because I like how vibrant it is. I like how thick it is. Okay, here's another brown. And threw that in her hair. I'm gonna hurry up and get to the skin. Okay, let's see. Brown, brown, brown. Oops, wrong side. We'll close this side up. There it is. Okay, so let's get some flesh tones on here. Okay, so this is light brown, and this has already been coated with like one of these guys, these multicultural markers, and it's dried overnight or so. Doesn't seem to make a difference. So far I'm not seeing any difference. I'm going to put a couple colors down, and then I'm going to see if I can get them to blend a bit. And this is a Prismacolor dark brown. And nothing's coming out. Let's see if I just keep going, will it eventually come out? Huh. Just like scratched everything off. Okay, no worries. Alright, let's try some baby oil. Let's see if it gets to do some blending. Hopefully this is clean enough for it. I wonder if this would blend with baby oil. Nope. This is not a... These markers, these body ink markers are pretty good. I might end up doing outlines with them because nothing is fading them. It's on there. There we go. Make it get on there. Well, laying the Crayola down first didn't seem to make a difference. Not on this. Because I'm not seeing a difference. It's still scratching itself off. I mean, there's color going on there, and color will be showing because when it shrinks down, it becomes a little bit more intense. But it's not layering, so I can make different designs and gradients and stuff. Let's see if it'll do it with the baby oil. Where are you, baby oil? Okay, it's 5:35. Because I used... Where'd it go? There it is. I used baby oil and whatnot on their face. I also went, oh, I think I did layers. Hold up. Okay, so let's see. We got something on here. Okay, so when I did do it, I worked kind of like in layers. Let's see, where is, here it is. One of those multiculturals and a couple other browns. Here we go. These are the beasts I was using. So I would use a little bit of the brown. It might be a little wet right now. And then would work off of that with the baby oil, and I don't know, I just got lucky, I guess. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to find the best way and the most proven way to get, you know, to layering colors on here. And it seems to do fine when I'm not on camera, because I can get stuff to work. Like here, I got stuff to work, but it's not working now. I don't understand why. Maybe because I want it. That's why. Okay. I did use a bit of white on the face. Let's see. I just had that white pencil. Do I cover it up? There it is. Haha. You cannot hide. Okay. Sharpen it. Okay. So I threw everything at it, including the kitchen sink. I am on the rough side. Keep working it in. Maybe that's what it is, like sheer determination. I painted it, well, painted it, did the watercoloring effect with Crayola. You can see that with the brown here. And then if I put white on it, that at least gives it something of a base. And just keep working the pencil in here until it starts to show. And then I can blend with baby oil. So I guess it's just kind of building up the layers so that it shows. But I want it like, I want it easier. I want to understand what I'm doing. That way I can share the knowledge. Share the knowledge. Okay. If I go into a color that's already been put down. I mean, ultimately, it really doesn't matter because it shrinks down to a fraction of what it is. So this is going to shrink down to about this big. And the colors will show. See, it feels like I've scratched some stuff off. All this the little dusty looking things here. This is the dark brown. And I just keep going and going until something takes, it looks like. Just keep rubbing it in. So maybe not coating it with a color. I don't know. It gave it a base at least. It gave it something. Usually when I do it on paper, it enhances the colors. Let me put these guys away. I'm definitely going to be using these for the solid colors. Let's see. I think I'll do a hint of red somewhere. Maybe not in the eye. Maybe around here. The goggles. I don't know. Let's see. Do an outline of this. And then maybe go in with some red. I just wish they blended. That would be so fabulous if they blended. Oh yeah, I like it. I wish it had a yellow. And I'm wondering if I layer them on top of each other, would it make the other darker, you know, like the complementary color? We'll try the green. It does look like a deeper, darker green. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see what the green looks like on top of the blue. Huh. Definitely enhances the color. Alright, so if that's the case, let's see, there's a black in here too. Let's see, I wonder if black would enhance her hair. Let's make it a little darker. Need to keep it simple, because when it reduces, it'll look like hell. Give her the curly cues. This set really needs a yellow. Let's see if we can layer some of the skin here. So I guess the trick is to just keep going, keep adding until Like this one right here is going on really nice. This is beige, and I can see it. So even if I do get a little dust, just keep going. Not necessarily putting like a whole bunch of pressure on it, but it's coming out. Like before, nothing was coming off. So it's like I couldn't tell if anything was coming off. Okay, so let's go back to this dark brown. And if I just keep working it in, it looks like it'll take and start to show. Because this does have texture. Let's see if I can get rid of some of these speckles. I don't like blowing on things because spit and stuff gets on stuff, and it can ruin your artwork. But I ain't worried about it because it's going to shrink down this small. Alright, it's 5:48. So I got to kind of step it up a little bit. Okay, let me test my little theory here. Just keep working it in. And we should see something soon. There it is. So just keep working it, I guess. See, I want to try a Crayola pencil and see if that theory still holds. Now this part right here doesn't have anything on it. And this is white. So maybe I won't go over it with another Crayola marker. Okay, I just want to throw some more brown on here, and then I'll start to blend it with some baby oil. Yeah, baby oil works when you have a lot of something on there. A lot of layers, a lot of color, 2 different colors, so you can actually see it blending and moving. Okay, let's see if we can make some magic interface here. Just keep going, and your color will come out. Clean the tip here. Okay, just to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And I'll go ahead and get our girl going. The Gemini. Our girls. Okay, and yellow. I had a yellow pencil right here. I think it's going to break off on me. Okay. Alright, yellow pencil. Where's the snap? Okay, I was going to use you here. It's getting hot in here. Just melt up all your stuff. to shrink up all your stuff. And let's see. And I think I want these paint cans to be gold. Or silver. Let's see. Just to kind of enhance the yellow. Yeah, the stain by Sharpie I think would have done so well. The fabric markers would have done so well if they would have marketed them better and if they had more variety than the colors that they had. I was begging for more colors. When the rainbow's not enough. Give me more, give me more. Okay. These are damn good markers. They last pretty well on fabric, but you have to, one, not bleach them, and two, not dilute them with water. Do not add water. I was using water to blend. And if you've seen any of my videos where I am dipping something into water and getting a nice gradient, don't do it! Get a marker that will blend, because over time it will wash out. What I was doing was breaking down its properties. That is what keeps it into the fabric. So now when I look at some of the, and I had some of those fabrics in the rotation, you know, in my wearing rotation. Let's see if I can get some of this, get some of these off, and then use some baby oil. There we go. Yeah, so definitely use a colorless blender type of thing on fabrics if you want them to blend, or blend them with each other. Okay, all right, here's the fun again. I'm going to but I'm not going to move the camera. I'm just going to go ahead and let these guys roast in their own juices on, where is it? Here it is. On here, unless you guys want to see it, and nobody's in here to care. Let's see. Paper. I can't find the parchment paper I was using. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, so parchment paper. I'm going to fold it over like this. Put the little twins on the inside, and because I don't want them to fold over and become a nuisance on themselves, just put the weights on here and put it off to the side so that should keep it. What else do I have? I want to put something down so it's flat inside there. I don't have anything right off the bat. Okay, that's for another day to figure out. As long as it's not pressing down on the picture itself. So here's what it kind of looks like when I'm going to throw it in there. Throw it in there. Oops. Get rid of this. Woo, close the gates of hell. Okay. No, this won't pivot, so Okay. So I'll give that about 4 minutes to do its thing. I'll be right back. Alrighty, and looks like it's folding, doing its thing because it's poofing up. I can see the paper poofing up. Okay, so got that going on, and I'm going to take that out in a sec. What we've got going on. Okay, everything's hot. Don't need you anymore. Oh, almost. Here's the result. One side, for some reason, looks a little longer than the other. There we go, but it is relatively flat, so I'm going to take it out. Close the furnace of hell, and we'll turn it off. Okay, so I'm going to, there's my tape. And while it's still moderately warm, just kind of roll her out. Yeah, when this heats up, it wants to stick, so I fold it upside down so that the sides don't stick together much. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to have to do is put it back in there and let it do its thing. The gold is not too bad. I think once there's some, you can see the shimmer. Not too bad. This is going to probably break off. I can see it now. It's just too flimsy. I don't remember it being that big, but it is what it is. Okay, not bad. Okay, so let me go ahead and, well, actually, I kind of like this little bend. But this I kind of want to straighten out because it's curling up on its side. So I'm going to toss it back into the furnace. Okay, I don't need to cover it anymore. Whew. For some reason my glove is hot. Here we go. Alright. Before I do that, I'm going to trim it down here. There we go. Yeah, white around the outside would have made this stand out more. There's white in their eyes that stands out. It's actually turned out pretty cool. I kind of like it. They almost look like mermaids, so I've definitely got to make something happen right here with the other stuff. Okay, with the resin. Use your big girl words, Kim. Okay, let's put this on in there. And I'll let that do its thing. Okay. Let's see, so now it is 6 o'clock. Let's see. So, I think what I'll do, because I want to have strings on it. I don't know. Strings? I could do strings. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the Untameable portion. If I want to do it like this and have it all be one piece, or poke some holes in it and then put some chain through it. I'm trying to think if I want to do it like that. I know ultimately it's still going to be a pin, but it'll be a large pin. I'll have to give it some thought on how I want to attach. Definitely a thought. Oh, shoot. Pay attention to what you're doing, Kimberly. Okay, let me put this to the side. Okay, these girls should be getting nice and flat. I'm going to use my Pokem tool, my butter knife here. Just kind of flatten it down. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes. Just leave it in there for a few seconds more. Oh, they're lovely. Okay. Let's turn this off. Whoops. We'll take this out. And we'll just go ahead and flatten them down. Try to avoid some of the glitter. Get it as flat as I possibly can. Oops, don't raise it. Alright, so we got that going on. We'll toss some resin on here. Close that up. Let's get our little resin beast here. Our light. And there's our happy thoughts. Right there. There she is. It looks like she's got a bit of an indentation. Like maybe I missed a spot like right there in the center. So I'm going to toss her back in here and I'm going to add some more resin in that little pit. On this one, yes, lovely. It turned out really nice. I'm going to use these guys again to poke. Okay. Ooh, I'm wondering. I've got this stuff here. A bit much, maybe as a background, maybe on somebody else next time. Let's see. But I think that might look freaking awesome. Maybe do a disco type of thing. Okay, so what I'd like to do is toss on some little jewels type of thing. Where is there's my resin. And I think if I can find my markers. Oh, her eyes aren't too bad. I just had some glitter in the way. See, here's what her eyes look like. I thought they looked kind of funky, from a second ago, but no, it's okay. I think it'll be all right. We'll live. Let's see. I wonder. It's not bad. I'm just kind of adding a little bit of brown to her skin. Put a little bit of light in the highlights. There we go. You know, and looks like I can color on this, which is pretty cool. Let's see, where did that red go? Before I throw more resin on that. I'm going to add a little bit to her lips here. And this stuff dries pretty fast. This did not turn out bad, except for this part. It didn't turn out bad. Okay, so, and it's funny, when you look at it, the glow-in-the-dark stuff, it kind of looks kind of chalky, and it can be scratched off. And, you know, so I don't have to have it in certain spots. Let's see, we can probably scratch off some of this stuff. But this part right here is sad. It's a broken comb. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's see. So we'll resin her as well. Why not? We'll do all three. So yeah, so the happy thought came out okay. The only thing is that she's got a little pit right here, which wouldn't be too bad if I had like a jewel sitting there or something. The you could see the little guys here that we've added. See, there's a little spot that I missed right there. So yeah, I definitely have to add a little bit more resin to it. Yeah, it's hard to see once you're adding it where the resin is in its stage there. But okay, so let's go ahead and do our thing. I've got some really pretty yellow stars, and that'll kind of give it a little bit of a mystical look. And I'll just pour a little bit out. Don't want to go too batshit crazy. Okay, so I'll throw the resin on her in those places that I missed. Like right there. And just kind of fill in that gap there. I love it. Okay, so let's get the twins going. First we'll throw on the stars, and then we'll start to smear it in. Let's see. We'll kind of just put it on their pants. And maybe a couple spots here. So let's see. This stuff is slow drying unless you have like sunlight on it, and then it's not so slow. Okay, now I don't have a lot of time, so let's go ahead and drop some more sprinkles on here. just kind of let them fall where they may. Oh, too much falling. Bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea when I thought of it. Let's see. So we'll just spread them around. Let's get that resin on here at least. And then we can spread it a little easier. But it's kind of pretty. I like how sparkly it is. And I think I'll do that effect with their hands. That should be enough. I like the raised look that resin gives. Okay, so let's do this thing. I'll take some of yours. Oh, big mess, big mess. Trying not to touch it with my fingers. It's kind of icky. And I don't want bubbles. Let's kind of do this sort of thing here. You gotta be careful. Usually you're supposed to be wearing gloves with this. This stuff is toxic and sometimes people are allergic to it. I haven't found myself to be allergic to it, but every time I'm around it I start to feel kinda, I don't know, itchy. But I'm not sure if that's an allergy or just me knowing that I'm going to be messing with this stuff, and I have to be careful. And you just really want to take your time with it, but I don't have time. Oh, I have to get going soon. My alarm's going to go off and it's going to piss me off because it's far away. Okay, but I need to make sure that everything's covered, that I don't have another little pit being formed. Oh, there goes the alarm. Well, Storm is not going to get done today with resin, but I'll show her off in the next video, possibly. I could see pits about to form. Come on, you. And we'll just kind of do this kind of streak down. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many bubbles. Yeah, I'm coming. Alright, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. And we'll see what kind of idea I come up with Gaston and Belle kissing. That is going to be fun. Okay. So I don't want to handle this too much. I just want to make sure that my resin is there in all the right places. Looking for resin in all the wrong places. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be really cute when it dries. Let's see, now I got to get this off the resin. Off the reservation. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and pop our little light on there and let it do its thing. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and one last look at our dear Storm. Okay. Let's see, make sure everybody's in there, and we are out.